different. We all woke up today on a different kind of energy, isn't it? Right? But it's cool though. We gotta allow ourselves to be present. All right. I don't really want to go a lot of bark on this MIORBI. I know there's been some videos from the past where there's some videos that I have really expressed myself from my heart about how I truly felt about certain situations and about how I felt a lot of things should be and how a lot of things should happen in this world. And just in my life, with my family, friends, every opinion that I possibly could have, I have expressed that out of genuine intention of growing and being a better version of yourself. There's a thing that we all got. We all have these shadows. We all have these shadows that get to us on a daily basis, that we walk with, that we don't really want to allow to kind of be one with us. They're called shadows. There are shadows. There are different versions of us that peek through our awareness on a daily basis that we are aware of, but we don't have the awareness to be able to kind of bring your awareness back to the present moment to be able to just ultimately be able to see that what am I trying to say here? Man, everybody gotta wake up, man. Niggas gotta wake up. It's time for people to wake up, man. That ass. It's time for people to wake up, bro. It's time. The energy's literally here for people to wake up, bro. It's all about the mind. You got the subconscious, you got the mind, you got the conscious mind. You got all these different aspects and stuff, man. All these different aspects about you. To you gotta be able to honestly just understand that you got a conscious mind. You have a mind of your own. You have to understand that for yourself. You got a mind of your yo, what's good, what's good, what's good. Yo, we all have a mind of our own. Okay. Now in life, you have to understand that you can use your mind. You can start to use your mind. You can start to really tap into your imagination. Start using the gift that God gave you guys. The imagination. You have imagination. Use it. You know what I'm saying? God gave you the gift to imagine things, to dream, to be, to feel. Everything in life you have a feeling, it's an emotion. Okay? It's a gift. These are all gifts, man. So just tap in. Tap into presence. Tap into just awareness. Really. Because I want to throw a religion and all this other stuff at you and say, "Oh, you're wrong," or "You shouldn't do this," or "Oh, you this has been a long." You should they lied to you. I don't want to tell you all that stuff. I'd rather just tell you the truth. At the ultimate goal for you is just to get back to your presence, to your awareness. Get back to being able to maintain your feelings, emotions, self control over you. Get back to that. I'm not trying to tell you to go chase all the information, go to God and do all that. Go to God, yes, but ultimately, you have to just come back to presence. You have to just come back to the fact that you actually are living, you're actually breathing, you're actually existing, your heart's actually beating. You have to come back to that stance in your own mind about what's really going on in your life. Is the outside even real? Is what we see, is that really what's real? Or is it what we feel that's real? Is the outside real? Is the inside real? When it comes to your life, you're ultimately walking around in your life. So what's behind those steps that you taking every day? Who's behind the steps that you take every day? Who's behind that? Who's making the steps that you taking it? Who's behind those steps? Who's stepping in your life? You know, that's what it comes down to. It comes down to who's stepping in your life, who's stepping, who's moving, who's doing. MIORBI is a place that you don't just come across for no reason. MIORBI is not a place that you just come across. You don't just come across this for no reason. I'm just letting that be known. If I'm on your screen, energy just moving. You seen this for a reason. What up, Remy? Man, listen, I want y'all to ultimately just be you, love you. Just be you and love you. But just know that if I'm on your screen, that means the times have changed. The times have changed if I'm on your screen. If you see me right now, the times have changed. Energy just shifted. We connected. We able to communicate. We able to actually be a part of the side of energy that we all resonate with. We are able to tap into the mind and consciousness in this earth that we all resonate with. We all resonate with consciousness. We all resonate. Our hearts are attached to a quantum field that's around us. Okay, but the way the energy is shifted to the point where we are consciously able to tap in to the other versions and aspects of ourselves. Cause y'all know what's going on in this. Y'all know what's going on globally. Y'all know what's going on globally. Y'all know exactly what's going on globally, right? But is it in your mind? Is it a part of your daily actions? Is it a part of your daily choice? Is it a part of your daily conversations? Is it a part of all that? Is the global news, social media, and the things that are happening in the world, is that a part of your daily choices and moods and feelings and emotions? It's not a bad thing. It's just something to become aware about. Because once you become aware about it, that's something that you can change about yourself. Once you change that loop and pattern about yourself, you get to change things in your life. They start to change. You start to create new loops and patterns in your life. You create these new loops and patterns in your life, you create new different things. You have to understand how there are loops and patterns that happen. Once you understand the life loops and patterns, then you start to understand how you can create your own loops and patterns in your own life. It's consistency and momentum. Once you get this consistency and momentum to just continue to create different loops and patterns in your life, but it is all in the mind. You have to understand where you are in the awareness. You have to understand who you are in awareness. You have to understand where you stand in awareness. You have to understand the truth that comes with awareness. Hello, how you doing? You have to understand what comes with being aware of you. You have to be aware of yourself. And a lot of us run away from being aware of ourselves. A lot of us pull on to things and allow things to pull us because we do not want to be, we don't want to just be aware of ourselves and us to just walk with ourselves, accept the good and the bad about ourselves. Accept the good and the bad about ourselves. That's the best thing that we can do. The best thing we can do is accept the good and the bad about ourselves and walk this walk together rather than separate. We walk this walk together, or like everybody, the world, we all walk this walk together. It's better than walking it separately. It's better because everybody be able to speak, be, know their truth, know what they truly capable of. I am traveling the states and stuff. I'm just doing what's free. I'm really just tapping into the patterns and stuff that I've created in my life to be able to understand different aspects of myself and how to understand what's real and what's not real, what's for me, what's not for me, what pulls me, what doesn't pull me, what's a itch, what's something that just grabs my attention too much to the point where, oh, I just did this out of nowhere. I didn't even think. Did I do this because of what I'm saying? Like just through awareness, through presence, through just being genuine, through genuine intention, I was able to block out bad energy from touching me through genuine intention because with genuine intention, right? With genuine intention, whether it comes off good or bad to the outside world, cannot be affected by someone that does something to you with bad intention. Bad intention. Because the intention that was done was out of pure intent. That's where the power of intent lies. That's where the power of intent is. That's how powerful your intentions are. If you gotta point your intention where you want to grow. You gotta point your attention there. That's where your power is ultimately going all the time. So your intention is going to something that you know is slowing you down, then you have to be aware of that. And to be able to slow it down, gain control of it. I'm not saying you gotta be perfect. You ain't gotta be perfect. You can sip on whatever you want to sip on. You can puff on whatever you want to puff on. Experience whatever you want to experience. But that's what you're here for. That's what we are here for. Ultimately, we are here on earth to be able to experience this. That's what we're here for. We're here to just to experience earth, what all this is. So you you gotta understand, like, you don't gotta be perfect. Everything that people tell you in the world and all the uh, the news is just a storyline. It's a storyline for the next batch of children that get born at the beginning of the year or something like every day. You know how many babies get born every single day? You know how many deaths that happen? You gotta be able to understand that it's a constant thing. And if you grow as an adult and you just lost in the thing thinking that it's real, you're gonna be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna take, but it's like at some point you have to understand, like you can step out of it. You can step out of the machine that's constantly just has to run. That's somebody else that's just doing what they gotta do in this world. They just doing that because that's just the power that they've had for so many years. They had that kind of power for so many years to really just get like this to feed off of low vibrational frequencies. Once they feeding off of that for that long, then continue. But it's a story though. It's a story. It's a belief. Once you get a mass of people to believe and pour belief into something, everybody believe that something is true. It's gonna be, that's how powerful we are. That's how powerful we are. As humans. That's how far it goes. If we have the power to believe in our attention. So if we believe in something, then therefore that's what's gonna exist. That's what's gonna be. But if you step away from the belief that the wars and all, like, I'm not saying that they're not real, that's not actually going on, but I'm saying that presence is truth, source, God, Jesus, Buddha. You step back in presence, you gonna really understand the truth and awareness and presence and the source that's behind all of us that connects us all. That we are all individual expressions of one source here in source, stars, planets, earth, sky, clouds, everything combined. Once you understand that everything's one expression, we are different expressions of one source, then you really get a good grasp of what's really true. That is how my presence lives go, ladies and gentlemen. I just speak and allow the divine to flow through me. This is just who I am. This isn't a this isn't a I'm not on here for anything else other than to just do this and speak and be as present as possible for Anybody that might come across me in my videos to just know that there's another way to live. There's another way to be. You don't have to suffer in what is told to you to suffer in. There's another way to be. There's another way to live. I went down the path to find the truth for myself, sat through it, experienced it, to create a way for others to simply just know and be free and understand their truth for themselves. There's no force, there's no anything, but at this point in my life, all I can do is just go live and share the knowledge, share my perspective, and share my awareness of what's true and what's not. It's time. The energies is truly here. Energies is really exactly what they need to be at the right exact time for people to take that time to really tap into themselves, to you, to here, to now, to the present moment. This is everything. The present moment. Now, you're always here at all times. Always. You're always here. You never go anywhere. When's the last time that you realized that your nose was really right there? You realize a lot of things be really going on in your mind. When you look at your nose, what's going on in your mind? But your nose is right there, so it's real. Is it the mind or is it the outside? Nose. What's real? I can see the nose, but can you see what's in the mind? We have to come back to awareness, presence, the in between. You got to rest in the in between, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna end this live here. I love you guys. If you guys really want to tap in more and get into deeper, go check out the link on my channel. Subscribe if you are new, if you this is your first time seeing me. Go check out some other shorts that I got on there. You made it exactly where you're supposed to be. You're beautiful, you guys, and bye bye.